Hey, what's up, class? Here we are, another fun session of SPSS for for our stat class for Diane Caramera. So here we are now. We're going to go ahead and you can pause the video right quick right now so you can make sure you have all your applications running. So go ahead and log on to the Weber State Online course Blackboard. Open up section 9, which will be working on SPSS exercise 5. So go ahead and open up the instructions, as you can see here on the left here, and then also open up the virtual lab and open up the application SPSS, and then it'll bring up this application in the middle. Once you get to that point, you're going to open up the sample data, which you're going to click on the little open folder here, and make sure when you open it up that you're selecting your hard drive and not the school's hard drive, which you're going to click on computer, find your C drive, and then go ahead and find it, or unless you have your jump drive or your removable disk. So once you get that all up, you'll have the data up here, which is going to pop up with the sample data. And today we're going to work on the independent t-tests. And that's what the section we worked on for our exercise 37 and 39, which was kind of interesting. Also, we're going to, there's a couple examples we're going to show to support our ideas. So we have the frequency distribution, the skewness, the kurtosis, just like how I did on the last few of these. And so let's go ahead and get things rolling. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on Analyze. Drop down till you see Compare Means, and then you're going to drag over to Independent Samples t-test. And once that pulls up, you're going to go ahead and do a few things here, a little bit different. As you can see, I've already added over here weight and heart rate. So just so you guys know like how it is, I'll hurry and just select these and just bring it back over so you know what it looked like. And just this one too. Alright, so the test variables, those are the ones that we're going to be testing, the different variables that are intervals. And that one, like I did, was weight and heart rate. I go ahead and just hit the little blue arrow so it pushes it over to the test variables over here. And then we're going to have a grouping. So now we got to group these variables, which would be our ratio ones. And of course we're going to use our gender. That's what I like to use. I'll go ahead and drag that over here. Now this is the key point right here. This is where I had a little hiccup for a little while until I figured this out. Gender, as you can see, there's two question marks here. So you need to define these groups. So you're going to click on Define Groups, and go ahead in these little boxes. You're going to hit 1 in group 1 and 0 in group 2. Which I didn't know this, so I was thinking maybe if I typed in male and female, it would be what I needed, right? Well, it was come back with an error saying there's no data for these male and female, which I knew it was there. So then I finally looked back on the original data set, and under gender it has 1 and 0. Alright, so there it is. It's kind of confusing for a second, but I figured it out. So go ahead and hit 1 and 0, and when you get that point, hit Continue. And it should look all like this before you hit OK. And once it looks like that, hit OK. And it's going to go ahead and run the output file. Pops up right here. We have our beautiful little chart here, just like in our exercise that we worked on, and I think it was in 37, or maybe it was 39, one of those two. But you see we have, it says make, but I think they made a mistake. It's male and female. And the weight, which is kind of cool because it tells you there's 25 of each, of male and female, and the mean for the weight was at least at 72.36 and 79, which, man, I wish I weighed that much, huh? Just kidding. And then the standard deviation, the standard error for mean, and yeah, the list goes on. So the heart rate also, same thing. And then down here, this is where it's going to have our independent sample test here. And we just probably learned that the equal variance assumed and the equal variance is not assumed, which means if it's not assumed, that means that it's closest to 0.05 or less, which is a good thing. And so all of our data is here for that. So there we go. There's the independent sample test that we needed. But like I say, we need to add a couple more things onto this output file. So go ahead and click on Graphs, Chart Builder, and okay. And then we're gonna do the scatter plot on this one. So we have it on file. I like the 3D one, so I'll go ahead and drag that up here. Again, we did weight, heart rate, and we did actually, you know what, I'm doing the simple one here. There we go. So we got weight, heart rate, and then we got our age. Sorry, my bad, gender. Drag that over here on the set color. So it makes sense. I actually changed it from the 3D one because the 3D one's asking for a z-axis, which is the third dimension. Don't want that because we only tested the weight and the heart rate. So go ahead and just drop over this this group scatter right here that has different colors so you can distinguish between male and female. And there's the output file. Go ahead and hit OK. And that one should pop up right down below here as so. So we're going to prove our points here for that t-test. Alright, so now what we have left to do is add a couple of those variances on here, and so we're going to click on Analyze, Descriptive Stats, over here to Frequencies, and we're going to go ahead and click over the different things that we did again. So we have gender, we'll put gender over there, weight, and heart rate. And we're going to go ahead and click on the little stat button here. Make sure we have the skewness and kurtosis on here. And I believe they wanted standard deviation, but let's just make sure. So frequency distribution, skewness, kurtosis, scatter plot. Okay, I think that's all we need. Skewness, kurtosis, and frequency distribution. Alright, so we can, I think that's all we need right there. So we can do standard deviation on that. Go ahead and hit continue, and then we have these all formatted how I want it, and go ahead and click OK. And then it's going to add our frequencies on here for us. There we go. Perfect. Okay, you guys. Well, we have our file here all done. So let's go ahead and save this output data. Save as. And we're going to do exercise. This is exercise 5. Crandall, my last name. And go ahead and we're going to save that to wherever we want to make sure it's there. So I'm just going to put it on my desktop so I know I can just do it easy. There's my desktop. And go ahead and save. There we go. All done. And then we're just got to just submit it. Very simple. Go ahead and add attachment. Click on your computer. Say mine's on my desktop, so I'll find my desktop thing here and look for exercise 5 SPV. As so, hit open. It'll bring it over here, and go ahead and I think that's it. So go ahead and submit that. And that's it. Okay guys, peace. Have a good night.